they might have different perspective after they step into the government before. So, ladies and gentlemen, we say that by just voting for a government, right, it's not solely based on the policies, it's also maybe based on characteristics like their personalities or how they are, or maybe based on peer influence or for family influence, or based on favoritism for certain government. So, ladies and gentlemen, we state that these people should have a choice, because, ladies and gentlemen, we state that when they actually vote for certain government, they're not exposed to every single policy that the government is going to implement, and even certain policies that I said earlier may not actually be implemented. So, ladies and gentlemen, we should give the citizens of the state a basic fundamental freedom of right. Because, ladies and gentlemen, these people have been in the country. They have been in the country, have been working with the country, working for the country. So, we state that these citizens actually do have a perspective say on whether their country needs military funding or not, or whether the country should be better off funded in education or developmental the infrastructure or such, developing infrastructure or medical perspective. So we said that we should give the citizens a freedom of right to actually state where they want the taxes to go to. Because if only so, this way we can actually improve the country on the whole. Because the citizens will definitely know the country the best. And ladies and gentlemen, our opposition has clearly confided with us that these people are paying involuntary taxes as they do not have a choice. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we state that this choice, where actually basic freedom of right, will actually be given to the people. And ladies and gentlemen, the opposition today has came up and said that they are actually undermining the government's ability to actually lead the country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at a democratic state. A democratic state is where the people, the citizens of the country, actually have a choice to actually view our opinion, voice our opinion. That is a democratic country. So this is a democratic country. Communism is where whatever the government say, you listen and follow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we say that this is not undermining the government's ability. Thank you, ma'am. This is not undermining the government's ability to lead the country. This is actually, in fact, strengthening ties between the government and the people, because the people are actually boiling out to the government as to where they feel that the country should actually, maybe through education or maybe through medical help. Maybe through medical help. So, ladies and gentlemen, we state that the people should be given the freedom of right, because they do have the best say as to what the country should be doing. And ladies and gentlemen, let's look at society at large. In the past, there's many nations that you go to war, they start conquering countries. But however, into this society, there's not much wars going around, and the situation has calmed down. So these people, if they feel that the taxes should not be used in a military aspect, we should actually give them a freedom right to just say that the taxes, as mentioned in the Shaalini speech, that the taxes will not go to waste. So we feel that they should be given a right as to where the taxes we go to, because this can actually be increased benefit for the country, because there's less money for the armed forces, right? Both when the countries go to war, now they actually think twice rather than one. They think twice now, because they realize that the resources are at stake and there's limited resources. So this will actually lead to more peaceful and more bilateral ties being made between countries, because now, right, when they do not have enough manpower and war materials, what will happen is that the countries actually need to have good ties between different countries. So that's why we state that it's actually good if even in the case that the citizens do not actually want their taxes to go to the military aspect of funding. Ladies and gentlemen, the proposition has actually came down and talk about how is the duty of citizen to actually spend to actually pay taxes to the military aspect of it, and how we are actually shortchanging the country. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that we're not shortchanging, because these taxes will eventually still be put to good use. It's how they put to good use, whether it's education medical, whether it's housing, whether it's developmental, or whether it's military. So ladies and gentlemen, the citizens are still fulfilling their duty as a citizen because, ladies and gentlemen, they are still paying taxes for the country to develop, for the country to progress and prosper. So ladies and gentlemen, we state that the opposition has clearly failed to look at taxes on whole as a large aspect of it. Yeah. And moving on to my third main point, yeah, and people are very